Hey y'all, what's up? I'm here for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 6, Episode 13. And we picked up right where we left off from last week, with Jock pretty much blowing up the spot, on this girls trip or whatever, and bringing Treasure P, aka Trashy P, along with him. So, Carly, she's calling Jock thirsty, and, why he had to come to the club that they're at. Out of all the clubs, they're in Jamaica, and, he done swam all the way from Atlanta, Georgia to Jamaica because he can't leave her alone. And we all know that Jock is so fucking petty. He would do anything to just get up under Carly Red's skin, even if that means he has to go outside of the United States to do so, okay? So anyways, he introduces, Treasure P as his intern or whatever. And they like, intern? Like, you couldn't afford to pay her? And what you doing with her in Jamaica or whatever? Like, what y'all got going on? And he like, look, it's nothing like that. She's just my intern. That's it. And she's like, yeah, he invited me or whatever because we had a situation and he thought that this would be the best way for us to, make up or whatever. And Tammy is like, oh, so you're the one who got into it with my, with my girl Tommy because you thought it was cool to fuck around with married men and everything. And Treasure P, she, she's backpedaling and pussy popping in James Caldwell's voice or whatever. She's sitting up here saying, no, I never said that, it was cool or whatever, but I was dealing with somebody before I moved to Atlanta, and, months into the relationship, I found out that he was married, and I no longer deal with him. And I'm like, Jessica Dime, she was like, girl, please, you were practically bragging about, fucking around with married men, and you want to sit up here and try to tell us you ain't know that he was married? Like, yeah, girl, okay, like, whatever helps you sleep at night. Because it's like, girl, you was, like, when you first came on the scene, you was bragging about, sleeping with married men, like, as if that shit was, cool or like it was cute or something. Now you get with these ladies or whatever, now you singing a different tune. Like, girl, please, don't be scared now, okay? So, anyways, Jock, he has more surprises in store for these ladies. Walker, he comes out on the stage and he's performing, and Tammy is like, what the fuck is this nigga doing here on my girl's trip or whatever, to get away from his ass, and but Tammy is low-key hyped that, he is there or whatever. And, after he finishes performing, he, wants to talk to Tammy alone. And she was like, this is cute or whatever, but I mean, this is like, supposed to be a girl's trip. And he's like, so what? You my wife or whatever. And she like, okay, but I just don't go popping up on your trips with, your guys or whatever. And he was like, I mean, but you could, because, you my wife and everything. And, she, like I said, she has that sparkle in her eyes. She's, trying to lead on like she not happy to see him, but she really is. And, apparently he sees the sparkle in her eyes too, because he's like, ooh, I'm gonna give me some booty tonight or whatever. And she's like, no you not, or whatever. Their little interaction was cute. But anyways, next thing Rashida, she turns around to see Kirk's milk dud headed ass, okay? And she is not pleased. She gets up and walks away or whatever, and she's like, this milk dudded head motherfucker don't wanna get the damn Dana, the DNA test, but he wanna sit up here and pop up in Jamaica on my girl's trip. Like, I wanna see his ass. Like, child, please. So, he's like, he's asking Jock, like, what did she say or whatever. And Jock is like, yeah, she ain't feeling you, my brother. So, everybody else, they pretty much call it a night or whatever, since, Jock pretty much ruined it for them. So, anyways, moving on, we get Jocelyn real quick. She's with Bonnie Bella, and she's talking about all the shit that she went through with Stevie J. They flash back to the first time that she got pregnant on season 1, and she peed on that damn stick in front of all of us or whatever. And how last year's reunion she found out that she was pregnant with Bonnie Bella, and how he thought the baby wasn't his, and blase, and how her and Stevie J are in this good space, and now she's considering moving back in with him for Bonnie Bella. So whatever. Moving on, we're back in Jamaica. Rashida, against her better judgment, she meets up with Kirk or whatever, and we all know that Rashida and Kirk is full of shit with this damn storyline, but we gonna play along with it for, you know, the TV show or whatever. So, you know, she's sitting here pretty much saying that she don't want to walk away from 17 years and all this other stuff, and I'm like, child, please. This whole time y'all been on this show, he ain't been thinking about the 17 years that y'all been together. So I mean, like, whatever. But anyway, so, you know, she's telling him about Logan, and, you know, how he was in a long-term relationship with Jasmine, and how, you know, he think the baby might be his. And this is music to Kirk's ears. He like, oh, it could be somebody else that could possibly be the baby daddy and not me. Like, hip hip hooray. Like, you know what I'm saying? And but, you know, Kirk, he's claiming that he's going to get, you know, the Dana done through a lawyer or whatever. So whatever, like, moving right along. So we get Jasmine, and she's back in the strip club because she can't make ends meet now since Kirk done got ghost. And she's like, but now I can't even be in the club anymore because, you know, my name and my picture is all on the blogs. And, you know, Jocelyn Hernandez, you know, she put me on blast on the reel. And, you know, people are asking if I'm Kirk's side chick. And, you know, it's embarrassing. I'm like, oh, you wasn't embarrassed when you was dropping down getting your eagle on with Kirk. And now you embarrassed because it's out there. Like, girl, please. So anyways, Logan, he's, you know, like, as she's leaving the club or whatever, Logan is waiting right there for her or whatever, trying to talk to her. She does not want to talk to him. Apparently, according to Jasmine, Logan is a stalker, and he's the one who, you know, can't get over the fact that they're broken up now and all this other stuff. He's following her through the parking lot, trying to talk to her and saying that if this is my baby, I need to know, and blase. And, you know, she's trying to get into the van or whatever, and he's holding the door and everything, and security comes to, you know, get him or whatever. She jumps over the security's head to hit this motherfucker, and I'm just like, Forrest Rocks now, moan the bitch. Okay, like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, she trying to, you know, get at him or whatever. She trying to fight him in the parking lot and all this other bullshit. Just a fucking mess. Like, it's a bunch of foolishness. Anyway, moving on. Back in Jamaica, you know, they're having a day party, you know, an all-white party set up by Carly Red's friend Spice. Jessica, she feels some type of way because, you know, her man isn't her man isn't there. Everybody else's man is there, so, you know, done surprise them, and her man is not there. And you know, they all talking about how they ready to jump on Walker and Jock and Kirk for popping up and all the bullshit that, you know, they done put the ladies through and blase. And Jock is like, look, you know, I'm here for Kirk and everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm here for support. You know, I know I'm not the best when it comes to love, but, you know, I'm here for love and blase. This bitch Treasure proceeds to open up her motherfucking mouth to talk to Rashida about how she was dealing with the married man. And Walker, he's coughing. He's like, it doesn't matter, bitch. Like, because it doesn't matter. Like, why are you bringing this up? Why are you trying to talk to Rashida about shit that you don't need to be talking to her about? You don't know her like that. Like, what the fuck? So, anyways, so I was with Walker when he did that shit. So, anyways, you know, she talks about how she met up with Kiana, you know, Jasmine and Rod's girlfriend. And, you know, Tammy is like, you know, who is Kiana? And Treasure is telling them who she is or whatever. And, you know, how she knows Kiana from dancing. And how, you know, Kiana told her all about Jasmine and Kirk. And, you know, she sitting up here in her confessional talking about some, you know, how, you know, she's like, you know, side chicks get a bad rep and all this other stuff. Golly gee, you don't say. Like, I mean, are we supposed to be praising side chicks here? And that's what's going on nowadays. Once, like I told y'all before, like this whole side chick thing is being so glorified nowadays. It's so fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't understand it. When did this shit become cool? You know what I'm saying? And then she's sitting here talking about some, you know, they deserve, you know, to tell their story or whatever, you know, because it's the guy that makes the girl feel some type of way, and you know, he the one who took vows and all this other stuff. Yes, that's true, but any female that thinks it's okay to knowingly fuck around with a married man, it shows where your head is at, it shows where your morals are at. It's, you know, you're helping to promote fuckboy behavior because you're helping this man cheat on his wife or his significant other. Like, it shows where your fucking head is at, and it shows that you just have no regard for, you know, this other human being's feelings. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, you know, Kirk made Kiana feel like, you know, he was going to take care of her or whatever. Well, I don't know if she was talking about Kiana or Jasmine, but either way, Kirk made, you know, whoever feel like that he was going to take care of them or whatever. I think she probably was talking about Jasmine. But anyways, you know, Rashida is like, first of all, why would you, like, do you think this is the appropriate time to be bringing up some shit like this? Like, bitch, you don't even know me, so like what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And Tammy is like, Treasure baby, you know, you're speaking from a side bitch's perspective, you know what I'm saying? And Treasure, she's like, yes, because I once was, you know, a side chick and all this other stuff, but you know, I'm being real, and it's all about women empowerment. How are you empowering somebody? How are you empowering another woman knowing that you're messing with her husband or her boyfriend? Or like, how is that empower? Like, girl, what? And you being okay with shit like that? Like, how is that? Like, girl, you can miss me with that bullshit, okay? Like, she really just was irritating me. You know what I'm saying? So, Rashida, she's like, you know what, I'm not about to deal with this bullshit. She trying to get up and leave. Tammy is like, girl, no, you ain't going no motherfucking where. If anything, this bitch can go. And next thing you know, Dime, something just triggered in Dime. She got up and snatched that bitch's wig off, and I was here for it. Now, granted, yeah, she did, you know, sneak the girl or whatever, but I mean, in this case, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because that bitch deserves it. You don't sit up here and come as somebody that you don't know about, you know, their situation and what they're going through, and then you sit up here, like Tammy had said, you sit up here caping for side chicks. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And you know, Dime is like, who the fuck this $20 wig wearing bitch with these airport flip-flops think she is, and all this shit. I was cracking up when she was talking about her flip-flops, you know, being airport flip-flops or whatever. But anyways, you know, Dime is like, and bitch, it's an all-white party. What the fuck are you doing? Because, you know, Treasure didn't have on all white. She had on, I think, like black and some other color or something like that. So anyways, you know, Rashida is like, look, I ain't the one to condone violence, but I was here for Dime doing that shit because, yeah, this bitch was way out of pocket. And she was. You don't know these girls. You don't know these girls. But anyway, so, you know, Treasure has the nerve to sit up here and tell Dime to grow the fuck up or whatever. And, you know, Dime is like, bitch, I am grown and I'll beat your ass like your mama should have beat your ass. I said, I know that's right. Even though Dime didn't, like, beat her ass, I mean, you know, all she really did was pull her wig, but still, she did something and I was here for it, okay? And then Kirk, he's sitting up here like, yo, Dime, I fucks with you for that hugging Dime and shit or whatever. And I'm just like, Kirk, sit your stupid ass the fuck down. And I was kind of mad that nobody checked Kirk for that, because it's like, bitch, Dime wasn't taking up for your ass. She was taking up for Rashida. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad they let him get away with that, and like thinking like as if they taking up for him too. Like, ain't nobody taking up for your stupid ass. Sit the fuck down. But anyways, this situation reminded me of that time that Chrissy took up for Emily B against Kimbella on Love and Hip Hop New York or whatever. This was like that same setup, when Dime, was taken up for Rashida. And that's another thing too. I wanted Rashida to take up for herself. You know what I'm saying? But like she said, Rashida is just always too motherfucking calm anyway. So like, yeah, but like once again, that's why we say this shit is fake and they full of shit or whatever. But anyway, so yeah. Jock, he escorts, Treasure out or whatever, and Walker was like, I'm sorry, but that shit, she had that shit coming. And then Treasure is sitting up here saying to Dime, you always throwing shade or whatever, but you a hoe, I'm a hoe, you a hoe too, and blah blah blah. And Dime is like, hey, I was I was the best at what I did or whatever. I never even heard of you, bitch. Okay? And in the process of, Treasure talking all this Cash Money shit, her wig flying off or whatever, I was like, oh no, baby, what is you doing, baby? Like, and they telling Jock, they was like, Jock, you better pick a side and stay there or whatever. And Mimi, she was just kind of, observing the whole time, eating this shit. And Mimi is giving Jessica props for handling that shit too or whatever. And they it's no sweat off they back, they go back to partying or whatever. And that was that. So then we get Jasmine, Kiana, and Rod. Jasmine is telling them about how Logan showed up at the club or whatever, and Rod is like, there's no way that he could be the daddy, right, or whatever. And she's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I haven't been with him in a long time and blah blah blah. And Rod's sitting up here talking about something he think is a ploy by Kirk and Rashida. And I'm just like, I hope these motherfuckers go away to come next season, because I can't. Okay, so anyways, I guess they ain't gonna come back next season since Jasmine and them wasn't invited to the reunion. But anyway, so he was like, Jock even tried to jump in the mix talking about something, it might be his baby and and all this other stuff. And Jasmine is saying that he hasn't been served with papers because he moved them, because Kirk moved them out the house that they were staying in and all this other stuff. And Rod says that he's going to go address Logan and whatever. I don't care about them. I really don't. So anyways, we get Jocelyn and lovely Mimi. They meet up in the park or whatever. They're talking about Jocelyn making appearances on The Real and how The Real loves her, and how her and Stevie are working things out, and they she might move in with him or whatever because a baby needs both of their parents. And that's true, but Jocelyn, I don't feel like you and Stevie have to move in together for that to happen. Y'all don't have to move. Like, he could still be in his daughter's life and y'all don't live together. But I mean, we know as of right now they on the outskirts with one another anyway, so whatever. But lovely Mimi, she's telling Jocelyn how she's close with Tommy and how they have things in common. And Jocelyn was like, I mean, she could have been there on the woman empowerment video shoot had she been behaving or whatever. And lovely Mimi is like, don't you got a restraining order and get against her? And Jocelyn was like, bitch, stay in your motherfucking place. I was like, ooh. I was like, okay, Jocelyn, you know what I'm saying? And Jocelyn is like, girl, you on your way to being the next Carly Red or whatever and not having any friends, and don't get slapped or whatever. And I'm just like, but I mean, Carly Red has more people to shoot with during this show. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I didn't know, like it appears that she has more friends than you on this show. So I was confused when Jocelyn said that shit. But okay, so lovely Mimi, she's like, well, do you think that y'all could ever be cool or whatever, or the charges can be dropped? And Jocelyn was like, you came to see Bonnie, right? So don't be sitting up here asking me questions trying to be all pushy and shit. And lovely Mimi is like, girl, damn well you did not invite Tommy to that damn video shoot, which she did. I don't recall Jocelyn saying that she wanted Tommy to be there. But anyway, so yeah, you know, she's saying that she was just trying to see if they could work things out or whatever, but Jocelyn ain't trying to hear her or whatever. I was like, yeah, you might want to leave that situation alone before you be the next person on Jocelyn's shit list, okay? So anyways, moving on from that, we're back in Jamaica. Jock is embarrassed by Treasure P and her behavior, you know what I'm saying? So he comes to her room to check on her or whatever, make sure she's good, you know, because, you know, she's packing to leave. She's not good or whatever. She claims that all she was trying to do was talk to Rashida woman to woman, and she gets attacked or whatever. And she claims that women from Atlanta aren't real, and, you know, they don't want to hear the real. What were you saying that was so real? Enlighten me, please. And once again, especially when you're caping for side chicks, like I'm just so done with this bitch. And the fact that she's around my age, because she said she was like, y'all know I'm 22, and she said she was like, what, 23 or 24, but the bitch looked like she motherfucking 35, but whatever. But I'm just saying. But anyway, so you know, she claims that she don't know why they don't like her or whatever. And Jock is like, bitch, because of your motherfucking mouth. Okay? And she, you know, she was like, but I wasn't trying to cause no drama. I wasn't disrespecting nobody, whatever, this, that, and the third. And Jock was like, listen, if I wasn't there yesterday, I might could have empathized with you or whatever and been like, okay, you know, but I was there. I was watching you. I saw what the fuck you were doing. You know what I'm saying? And I kept on telling you, Treasure, be quiet, be cool, but you just kept on going. And Treasure was like, well, I thought it was, you know, an open discussion or whatever, but, oh, I'm the new person or whatever. They're like, yeah, bitch, you're the new person. You're new to the group. You don't know these women like that. So, like, when you're new to a group of people, you're supposed to sit back and observe. You don't sit up here and insert your opinion where it's not needed. And you don't know you don't know what's going on. You don't do that. So, anyways, you know, she start getting emotional or whatever. Nobody care about your fucking tears, bitch. Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. I can't fucking stand her. I can't stand her. You know, she's sitting up here crying or getting emotional or whatever because she's saying that Jock making her feel worse or whatever. And Jock is like, you know, you should have used better judgment. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, everybody already had these pre-notions of me and everything. And then you got me at the table with your ex that still want to be with you or whatever. And I'm sitting here like, why does that matter? I mean, were you and Jock were you and Jock fucking around? Because I didn't understand why that was necessary for her to throw that in there. But anyways, Jock is like, girl, you alienated yourself, and you know she's getting mad at him. She was like, whatever, them your friends or whatever, so you gonna automatically take their side and everything. And that, like, he doesn't need to see your point of view because you were wrong, bitch. Like, what part of that don't you get? You were wrong. You were wrong. And if you can't see where you were wrong at, I don't know, girl. I don't know. But anyways, you know, he leaves out her room, whatever. So, they on, you know, the gang, you know, the crew, they on the boat or whatever. They all talking about Treasure P and her foolishness. Jock admits it was a bad idea to bring her. Sean shows up to, you know, surprise Jessica Dime, and you know she's happy to see him. And somehow we get on the subject of Carly thinking that Jock should apologize for everything he put her through. And Jock was saying, you know, Carly, I was thinking about it, and you know, I'm gonna give you, you know, the D. You know, he was like, I was gonna hold off on giving you the D, but you gonna get this D tonight or whatever. And she's like, no the fuck I'm not, whatever, da da da. And they laughing and joking. So later on that night, they all, you know, they having like a little intimate session, listening to, you know, Tammy's song. And Kirk, he's like, yeah, Tammy, I like that message of, you know, staying down or whatever. And he looking at Rashida. And I'm like, Kirk, please shut the fuck up, okay? Like, cause you weren't staying down when you was out there doing the fuck you was doing. So Anyways, you know, they asking Dime and Sean how long they been together, and Sean was like, you know, we've been together forever ever, you know, and they all start laughing and everything, but he was like, you know, no, we've known each other for a long time. And you know, next thing you know, he proposes to her or whatever, and I was just like, oh, y'all know Dime ain't always been my favorite person on the show, but I think I've been pretty cool the most part, you know, with that, except for, you know, the whole Tommy and that situation. But other than that, I think I've been pretty cool with Dime this season, and I'm happy for her. I'm really happy for her, you know. She's like, you know, is this real? We really engaged? And you know, everybody starts laughing, and you know, she's emotional in her confession, and her confessional, and you know, he tells her about, you know, he tells them about when he knew that he loved Dime and everything. And you know, Carly, she claims how she didn't fuck Jock or whatever, and I'm just kind of side-eyeing like, okay. And you know, Jock, he apologizes to Carly for everything they went through, that he just wants them to be on the clean slate. And that was the episode, you guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.